Hi family, I just want to post another video, and this time it's going to be a little different because I think if you are actually following me on my channel, I actually talk all the time about the books that I actually read. So there's a book that was actually published in 1981. It is actually written by KOONTZ, and he was born in 1945. He should be 69 or 70 years of age by now. So this book was actually written like almost 40 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, 1981 until now. So what is happening with this book? It doesn't actually specify much on the coronavirus disease per se. Like, it's not really saying much or like specifically saying that, but there's a certain page where it also just talks about the coronavirus, but it's talking about the pneumonia like virus or disease that's actually going to come in 2020. So what I just want you guys to know, as far as this book is concerned, I actually bought the book from Take a Lot. It was like 149, and it's an ebook, but now Google is actually providing the book for free. Oh, I don't know if it's just me alone or what, but I actually got a text from Google that I can actually get the book for free, like the PDF download. So I actually downloaded it, and I try to share it as much as I can with a lot of people. So the people that I've shared the book with, please share it to other people as well, so they can read it themselves and know what this book is actually saying about this similar coronavirus thing. So now the thing is here now. A lot of countries, especially the European countries, they are in a total shutdown. Italy is in total shutdown, and then France is in total shutdown. US the same, and if I'm not mistaken, the same with Britain and London, whatever you want to call it, and all that. So the thing is now with Italy, I'm just going to specifically talk about Italy. Because that's where our 10 people who went to go and vacation, they actually went to Italy. They didn't go to China. So the thing is now, Italy is actually in total shutdown. So the people that I'm actually talking to, my friends who are in Italy, they're saying that the situation is very bad because everybody's actually quarantined, everyone. So they're having the police, they're having the soldiers, and everybody who is actually making sure that nobody's outside. So when you go outside, you have to have a reason of why you're going outside, and it must be a very valid reason why you're outside of your home, not inside. So they're actually self-quarantining the whole country of Italy. So it doesn't matter whether you are in Milan or wherever, they actually quarantining the whole world. They're trying to contain this virus so that even the people who are not positive, they don't have to get it. And at the same time, you have to adhere to the health education that they're giving you, drinking enough fluids, and then washing your hands regularly, and actually sanitizing your hands, and trying to make sure that when you're coughing and everything, there's a certain number that you call so that they can actually take you to the hospital, and then they can check if you are actually exposed to the virus or not. And if you are exposed, then you are actually taken to a quarantine that is like a hospital setting instead of just your home. So the thing is, what they're trying to say to us, like the different of countries now, is that they're actually trying to warn, especially South Africans, they're actually trying to warn us South Africans that we should actually not take this light. And I'm very concerned because I'm seeing how the South Africans are actually taking this virus. Because I mean, from the first time when we actually had the first case until now, when we were having, like, I think plus or minus 62 patients who are coronavirus positive, confirmed, and then everybody's actually making a joke about this disease. They're saying it's for white people, it's for rich people, it's for all that. But I'm going to say this to you: this disease does not care. This disease, it has no race, it has no age. Everybody can get it. Because right now, when I read from the CNN, from the E-News and the CNN, there's a grade R pupil. Grade R is like the grade 1. So this child is like plus or minus 6 or 7 years old, and she has been tested positive because the mother, apparently when they checked, the mother is also tested positive, and she works in a bank. So this disease can be transferred, even it's not airborne as people have said, but it is through droplets. It's droplets and everything. So and even contact. So if you sneeze or if you cough and everything, and then you touch a surface, and then somebody else comes and touch the very same surface, and then they touch their nose or their eyes or their lips, then the virus actually spreads to that person, and from then on it spreads to another person and all that. So I'm saying that the way we are so relaxed as far as this coronavirus disease is concerned here as South Africans, it's very, very much concerning for me. And I don't understand why people have to think that just because you are being health cautious, you're actually causing a panic. We are in panic because we already have cases. If we did not have cases, we could be just doing a preventary measures and all that. But now we have to do everything by all means to make sure that we contain this virus and everything. And if plus or minus 62 people in South Africa are already tested positive for the COVID-19. So it means that anybody can get it from now. So keep on hydrating yourself, vitamin C's, and then keep your immune system boosted by what you eat. Watch what you eat, and then make sure that you wash your hands regularly and you sanitize your hands. And then you make sure that if you feel any type of symptoms, you try by all means to get the help you can get, and do a self-isolation for yourself so that you don't spread it to your family. And the next thing, we have there's so many deaths that we're already having like now. So now we had something that is similar that kind of happened so many years ago, and I think it was like in 1902. That was like, this is not even close to the Spanish flu that actually killed over 500 billion of the world population. So now I'm just saying that people, we need to actually stop making a joke about this COVID-19, because this is a serious issue. You can get it, I can get it, anyone can have it. So stop actually making a joke and start taking care of ourselves with this coronavirus thing, because it is a problem and it is everybody's problem, not just the people who are positive. And just to show you that this thing does not care how much money you have and how much the raise and everything. Now there's a few of celebrities now that are actually tested positive. We have Idris Elba, who is actually tested positive, and probably the wife might as well, but she has not yet tested herself for the corona actually. And then Tom Hanks and his wife the same, and the Canadian Prime Minister's wife has also tested positive. And the Canadian Prime Minister's wife was the one who was with Idris Elba last week. I think it was last week Friday in London, when they had something that they were celebrating or something like that, and then that's how he actually contacted the disease and all that. So this is actually trying to say that anybody can get it. Mind you, I said the latest one that I just saw and that read, a grade R student from KZN has tested positive. So a grade R student or child, if she has the coronavirus, it means that anybody can have it. So don't just take it for granted. This is a real serious problem, and probably South Africa will actually cause a shutdown too. But the way that I'm seeing the people that are buying, the way that people are buying things in bulk, I see that in a few days time or in a few weeks time, probably less than a week, we can actually hear that the president is actually going to say that South Africa is in total shutdown. So just take care of yourselves, and then do the thing that we might try to do just to minimize this disease. Until then, let's just do what we can and just hope that everything is going to be fine. And anybody who wants the book, who has my numbers, and I have the book, so we can read it and actually get to know how we can actually try to eradicate it ourselves and all that. But until then, see you guys, and take care of yourselves, and love the people, and spend much time with your loved ones, because you don't know when you might not see them next. Until then, Thank you, and keep reading the news and actually keep yourself updated with the latest of everything that is happening in our country and even the neighboring countries at the same time. So, adios.
Senzeni na